Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. This is Rita Mercy. As I told you in my previous video, today I'm going to take you through the information sources. I want us to see what information sources are, the types and the formats. So let us go straight to our slides, to our presentation slides, and we look into it. So here we are going to look at the definition, the primary and the secondary sources of information, scholarly and popular sources of information, and we conclude. So by definition, the information sources, this refers to the various places or channels from which people obtain information. So let's look at differences between primary and secondary sources. We said primary sources, these are original and first-hand information, but secondary sources, they produce information that analyzes, interprets, and explains the first-hand information. They interpret primary sources, I mean the first-hand information. So our second point is that primary sources, they have direct evidence or the raw data, but for secondary sources, the information is processed, explained, or even summarized. Mind you, the processed and explained information are the first-hand information from the primary sources. And another point is that primary sources, they present new findings or new experience. But for the secondary sources, they explain and evaluate the existing information. And the examples of primary sources include interviews, experiments, or surveys. You can see, for example, experiments. Science students may carry out an experiment in the laboratory and they come out with their findings. That is a first-hand information from the primary source. The primary source would be experiments. So the examples of secondary sources include textbooks, review articles, and biographies. For example, textbooks can explain the findings of the experiment. They can explain the first-hand information, but from the primary sources. That is what primary and secondary sources is all about. Let us also look at scholarly versus popular sources. So we say that scholarly sources are usually for academics, researchers, and students. They're always used by students or researchers to carry out their things. And popular sources are for general public. Anyone can access it. It's for everyone. And scholarly sources, we say they're also created by experts or professionals. Maybe some professor or a doctor may come out with some information they have just researched. That one we call them scholarly sources. But for popular sources, the information is created by journalists or general writers. And scholarly sources, the information is used to inform, research, and educate. But for popular sources, the information is used to inform, entertain, or persuade, or convince the public to believe in something. For scholarly sources, the information is formal and technical, but for popular sources, the information it is informal and they use simple language. Since they're dealing with the public, they use simple language so that everyone else can understand. Let's look at the format types. So information source format types include print. These are written information. Examples may be textbooks, magazines, and many others. But digital, these are information that you can access online or through devices. for example, on websites, online information. And another one is audio. These are information that you can listen to. For example, you can listen to on radios, recordings, and many others. But visual, another format type is visual. This includes only the information that you can only see. For examples are images, charts, diagrams, and another type is human information source format type. These are information got from people, for example, through interviews, maybe by experts. Yeah. And the last format type is audio visual. This has both visual and audio. You can see and you can listen to at the same time. For example, watching a television or watching a video. That one includes both audio and vision. So those are the format types. So in conclusion, you're saying that choosing the right information sources ensures accurate and reliable knowledge. So thank you so much for your time and attention. In my next video, I'm going to take you through information literacy. Thank you so much for your time.